I'm Sensei Dennis Bivens, back again with episode 2 of Fight Back with Mushin. Now, what is Mushin, you might ask? Mushin's an acronym for Multiple Use System, How to Intercept and Neutralize. Neutralize what, you say? Neutralize any form of aggression. Today we'll be seeing an episode featuring strikes, obviously, and counterattacks, focusing primarily on ukemis, which are break falls or correct way of falling. Okay, this is your basic front roll. As you can see, I'm lining up using my knife edge of my hand. That goes on the mat, you push off, and oddly enough, the pressure is on your right foot. You would think it would be on the rear foot, but it's not, it's on the front foot. Here again is a basic front roll. Coming up in a kneeling position. This is a very important roll because most throws in martial arts, you're going to land in a side fall, but you have to know how to fall, obviously, to prevent injury. Once again, front roll up into the kneeling position. Meyukimi, front roll. Moving on, we go into the standing side fall, which is a basic falling move when being thrown. This is generally the way you would land from a throw. You're landing in side fall, but you're doing a flip in the air. And as you can see, upon my landing, upon impact, I'm landing in a side fall position. Especially when being thrown, it's paramount that you land correctly, because you can really do a lot of damage if you land incorrectly. In this sequence, we'll be doing a head throw with a front roll. You have to always remember that prior to the throw, you're in pain, so you must land correctly. And that means not landing on your butt, your back, or your elbow. Finger grabs with a throw can be very effective in getting someone off you and giving you a chance to escape, especially for a woman. Very painful technique once it's learned. Combining that with a throw, as you'll see in I believe the next sequence, you can see how effective this technique can be. The key to this technique is grabbing all 4 fingers. Especially when training, you want to grab all 4 fingers. In an actual situation, it'd be ideal if you could grab 1 or 2 fingers to create more pain. But for training purposes, we like to grab all 4 fingers to show the student the proper technique, that is. That combined with the throw, you can see how very effective this particular technique can be. As you can see in this sequence, this is the technique combined with the throw, and you can tell how effective it could be. With this technique, it's the bent elbow wrist lock throw. This technique is devastatingly painful. You have the wrist lock, bent elbow, creating pain at the wrist area, at the shoulder area, and partial chest area. When done correctly, you're dealing with pain in 3 different areas. As you'll notice the difference in the fluidity of the techniques between 2 grandmasters. elbow high, producing the throw. Again, the gooseneck head throw. Most of these locks and techniques prior to the throw, you'll have your opponent in a lot of pain. So 9 times out of 10, they're forgetting about the counterattack that they could mount. Once you have your opponent locked up with pain, you can do just about anything you want to do to them. Very effective technique. With a wrist lock, elbow lock, and then a throw on top of that. Gives you a chance to get away from the opponent. Now we'll be looking at a wrist lock. Not your basic wrist lock. This is kind of unconventional. We're working a different angle because it causes more pain. And that's what we're looking for, to cause quick pain. As you can see, it goes from an overhead grab between the thumb and index finger straight down the arm. This particular wrist lock is really quite painful. And when done correctly, you only use your 3 fingers to produce the pain. From this position, you can just about do just about anything you want to the opponent. Again, very carefully. It's very painful, so you have to go slowly. As with most of these techniques, they're done very slowly until you learn them and become proficient at them. In this technique, we're using another unconventional type of wrist lock. As you can see, when you adjust to the position you need to be in, and someone tries to choke you by applying pressure, it will not happen. When done quickly, you can throw the person or just produce more pain by applying more pressure to the wrist lock. From an inside lock and a wrist grab, bring the arm down with palm facing upwards, continuing in the same direction, letting the hand spin around in your hands till you get to the thumb up position. From a double collar grab, you step in with double ridge hand strikes to the ribs. One hand goes down, the other hand goes up. You're in total control for a throw. Unfortunately, without mats, you can't show the actual throw, but you get the idea. Okay, one arm goes down, the other one goes up. You turn into the person and prepare for the throw. As I said, unfortunately, no mats, so we can't actually do the throw, but you get the idea. With the wrist lock throws, an overhead grab, or rather overhand grab, switching hands, maintaining the wrist lock, stepping in, striking under the armpit, That's when the throw occurs. This part is self-explanatory, but the idea is to end in the throw. With the arm in a wrist lock position and striking under the armpit, after you switch hands, maintaining the wrist lock, striking the armpit, bang, and turning into the throw. When done quickly, the opponent has no time to retaliate. They hit the ground very hard, and in pain, I might add, which is the nature of jiu-jitsu. Again, you want to cause just enough pain for you to eliminate the threat or to get away. There we go, the double wrist lock, armpit strike, and the throw. From a choking position, we're going to put the opponent into a double arm lock, locking both arms. As you can see, from a double ridge hand strike to the ribs, trapping both arms, incapacitating the attacker. With the wrist lock takedown, you have to be very careful because you can easily break a wrist when you take the opponent down. Again, going very slowly until the technique is learned, when you can perform it with speed. This technique, after the strike to the ribs, pushing the head back, breaking the arm, striking the right leg for the takedown. Once the opponent is down, spin him around over onto his face, where you have access to another standing wrist lock and a head stomp. And I don't think the person will get back up. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be watching out for our next episode, episode 3 of Fight Back with Mushin. Until then, this is Grandmaster Dennis Bivens saying good night and train hard.